I'm Paul here. Today I'm going to give you guys a video on trading options without the use of the paid indicators that I've mentioned in the last couple videos. Now, I do recommend getting these indicators. I'm not even affiliated with them, but I do recommend them because they do such a great job at indicating where to put your calls and puts. But if you're in a situation where you don't want to pay for these indicators, I'm going to try and go over some free ones to kind of improve your stock market with options and things like that. So let's take a look at some free indicators, and we'll see how well it performs compared to using the paid indicators. Okay, so for this example, I'm just going to remove this indicator, which I recommend, but the one I would use would be the RSI. If I were to use one of the free indicators, it would be the RSI. And I would also load up if I'm not using anything else, I would load up the EMAs, which we would just go moving average, and I would do it twice. Moving average, you would do the 13 EMA, make it yellow, and then I would do the 48 EMA. Let's make this one green. So this is the formula I would use if I was doing it for free, without the other indicators. So how I would basically signal this, the first thing I would do is I would look for moments where the EMAs cross. That is what I would look for. So I would do hour, or let's just do the 5 minute, because the 5 minute, you would see this trend happen a lot. So you see it crossing down, which means it's going to start going down. The stock is going to go down. When you see it crossing up, it's going to start going up. So that's a big indication right there. And you can see the indication right here. See it go crossing up, and your RSI pretty much confirms everything, because right at this moment you see the RSI going up. You see the cross. And then we got, when does it happen again? Now these candles are all 5 minutes, so we see the cross right here. We see it going up. Our RSI is going up. So it confirms both confirmations. So that's when you would make your mark. That's when you would make your call or put, is when the EMAs cross. So let's just see how much you would make just going by this. So let's see, it crosses up right here in the 5 minute. So let's see how much this would be. So if you got in right here and you rode it up, the difference in price is 2.23. So that's about, if you went in and did a call, and it's around, for every dollar that you write and it goes up, it's about $50. Depends on the stock, but I'm just giving you a rough estimate. You just made $111 like that. So let's check it again. That's in 5 minutes. Now you could have waited and did the whole run up. The signal for it that it's going down was right about here. So this is where you would probably come in for your put. So let's see how much you would make doing this. So right about here you would do a put. Write it out to the bottom, and we also notice the RSI here. Notice the RSI is all the way at the top, and it goes all the way to the bottom. So whenever the RSI is all the way at the top, it usually means it's going to go back down pretty soon. And when you see the RSI all the way on the bottom, it's usually a signal that it's bound to go back up. So this is 1.34, so that's about another $111-ish. So another thing you can follow, I look at the EMAs first thing, but I would look for the RSI. You see this on the bottom. Whenever the RSI is all the way down here on the bottom, when it's all the way down here on the bottom, you know pretty much that pretty soon it's going to be going back up. And this right down here, if you don't really need to even pay attention to the EMAs, I would advise it to, but if you see the RSI is all the way on the bottom, let's just measure that real quick. The RSI is all the way down here on the bottom. So if you measured that and you wrote it all the way up to the top, that's an hour and 40 minutes, and there's a difference of 3.43. 3.43 times about 50 bucks. Yeah, that's about $171 in 1 hour and 40 minutes. So all you really need to do, if you want to make a lot, is just follow the RSI. It's not always going to work, but it'll work like 95% of the time. Let's do another couple examples, because I want to kind of go over this, because I get the feeling that a lot of my subscribers, they don't want to buy the indicators for some reason, so I just want to kind of help you guys do it for free. And then it's up to you if you guys want to do options or day trade or whatever, but I just want to help you guys make some profit here. See up here at the top, you see the RSI is all the way at the top. So that signals to me that it's going to start going down. So what happens all the way down here? If you wrote that out and did a put, that's 3.07. 3.07 times 50. That's $153 right there. So you could just basically write out the RSI, but I wouldn't go by it 100%. The RSI can be wrong sometimes. But let's real quick look at the hour. Let's look at the hour. And we could probably make more profit by doing it by the hour. So the same thing. I look for the EMAs to cross. If they're not crossing, then just look at the RSI. I don't see it crossing, so this crosses, well, the RSI right here. So we see the RSI on the bottom right here. Yeah, you probably had to wait a while for this, but the RSI is on the bottom, and you just wrote it out until the RSI went to all the way to the top. We're at either right here or right here, but let's check this one real quick. This was since you're doing the hour, you're making more gains, but this is a 5-day period. So 12.50 times 50, it's about $625 in 5 days. Now, if you scaled up your contracts, and if you got 2 contracts, just times that by 2, you could really profit with doing options. So, see another example. It's not really an example, but because you see the RSI is at the top. You see, I wouldn't always go by the RSI, because the RSI can be wrong at sometimes. See the RSI is at the top. This usually signals that it's going to go down. It does go down, but not for long. You could probably catch this right here. So let's say this very top of the RSI, you put in for a put. You wrote it till right about there. That's another 4 4 points in the price, so that's about $200 right there. Let's just do one more time. So let me just ask where I think it's going right now. Because I'm on the hour. And if you're doing it by the hour, you'll notice that the RSI is, it's all the way at the top. So basically, what it signals to me is it's going to start to go down. It's going to start to dip. I think the price might go down maybe to 425, which is what I'm guessing. Not today, but maybe in a couple days. But anyway, those are just some strategies that you can do if you guys don't want to get the paid indicators. I do recommend getting them because they help me. Because what I do with the indicators is other than the EMAs and the RSI, I also use the paid indicator as a way to double confirm everything of what's going to happen. But this is just some strategies for you guys if you don't want to get the indicators. I'll maybe talking about this more later and my thoughts on the stock market. Other than that, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.